Now it's official. Arsenal confirms that they are ready to sign the 43-goal striker and make him their 5th most expensive signing ever. Meanwhile, Napoli, under Antonio Conte, is closing in on a deal to sign the Arsenal star valued at £25 million. And after Emile Smith-Rowe, another Arsenal star has signed with a new club, saying goodbye to the Emirates Stadium. Stay with me until the end of the video to check out the latest Arsenal news straight from the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. Arsenal's got their sights set on one of the top goal-getters in Europe right now, and fans are buzzing with excitement. After announcing Riccardo Calafiori's move from Bologna as their latest addition following the permanent signing of David Raya, the Gunners seem ready to make another big splash in the transfer market. Supporters have been clamoring for a new striker, and it looks like the club's taken notice. According to the latest buzz, Arsenal, who came second in the Premier League last season, are eyeing a real goal machine as their next big target. Viktor Gyokeres was a standout in the 2023-24 season, proving to be one of the best strikers globally. The Swedish international, who only made the switch to Sporting Lisbon in 2023, put up jaw-dropping numbers with 43 goals and 15 assists across all competitions. Those stats blow any Arsenal players from last season out of the water, making it clear why Mikel Arteta might be planning to bring him on board. The latest updates from football transfers suggest this potential move is heating up. Gyökeres has a hefty release clause of €100 million, £85 M, in his contract. Initially, Sporting Lisbon was firm about not letting him go for anything less, but it looks like they might be softening their stance. The latest reports suggest that Sporting is now open to offers around €70 million, £60 million, after renegotiating the sell-on clause they had with Coventry City when they brought Gyökeres in. Arteta has his eyes on Gyökeres, who seems to be the most feasible target for Arsenal this transfer window. The word is that the Gunners are willing to splash out €60 million, £52 million, to secure his signature this summer. If this deal goes through, Gyökeres would become Arsenal's 5th most expensive signing, following big names like Declan Rice, Nicolas Pepe, Kai Havertz, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. What Vincent Kompany said about Arteta target Viktor Gyokeres will be music to Arsenal fans' ears. Back in January 2023, whilst Vincent Kompany was still at the helm for Burnley and Gyökeres was leading the line for Coventry City in the Championship, the Belgian coach admitted his admiration for the striker. As quoted by Lance Liv at the time, having just seen his Claret side struggle to contain the forward, Kompany said, "We have a backline that is usually really aggressive and able to recover the ball on the first moment of impact, and with him it takes you 2, 3, or even 4 times and even runs the ball down into the corner. Even then he is able to square you up and create threat towards goal. His final balls are good, not just where he has to shoot, but how he brings other players into the game." What would Gyökeres bring to Arsenal? Gyökeres is the full package when it comes to strikers. The Swedish forward is fantastic at holding up play with his back to goal, making him a great player for teammates to connect with. He's deadly in the box with sharp movement that keeps defenders on their toes. Plus, he's a real aerial threat, making him a nightmare for opposing defenses to handle. It's clear why Arsenal is keen on Gyökeres this summer. If they can snag him at a fair price, we think he could be a big hit at the Emirates Stadium. Still, it's uncertain if Sporting will agree to let him go for around £52 million in the next few weeks. Eddie Nketiah agrees Olympique Marseille contract. With Academy graduate Smith-Rowe on his way out, another youth product might be following him out of Arsenal, striker Eddie Nketiah. Nketiah, 25, has been strongly linked with a move to Olympique Marseille this summer. Last season, he made 27 Premier League appearances for Arsenal, scoring 5 goals and providing 2 assists. At the beginning of the season, his impressive form earned him a debut cap for England, although he ended up playing more of a backup role in the latter part of the campaign. According to The Athletic, Nketiah has reportedly agreed on a 5-year contract and personal terms with Marseille. The French club has put forward an offer of around £16.8 million for the Arsenal striker. While this offer is more favorable than their previous bid, it still falls short of Arsenal's current valuation. Discussions are expected to continue throughout the summer, with Roberto De Zerbi eager to bring Nketiah into his squad. West Ham United may now be tempted to rekindle their interest in signing Arsenal winger Reiss Nelson this summer for one reason. West Ham recently showed an interest in signing Nelson this summer, and a move to the London Stadium would make a lot sense for the attacker. He would be able to remain in the capital city and will back himself to establish himself as a key player for the Hammers. However, when West Ham turned their attention towards signing Crescencio Somerville, it seemed that their interest in Nelson had waned. However, as reported by TalkSport, West Ham's frustration over being denied in their efforts to sign the Leeds United winger for £20 million now has them on the verge of pulling the plug on the deal altogether. If West Ham give up on signing Somerville, then they may come back to the table for Nelson. If the Gunners do move Nelson on this summer, then Arteta will need to replace the former England under-21 international. Antonio Conte's Napoli and two other clubs have asked about Arsenal's Kiwior. Kiwior only made his move to Arsenal in January 2023. The Polish international has proven to be a solid player. He's composed with the ball, strong defensively, and versatile enough to play as both a center back and a left back. Kiwior stepped up during the 2023-24 season when he had to cover for Alexander Zinchenko at left back, and he did a commendable job. Despite his abilities, there always seemed to be a sense that his future might lie elsewhere. Now, with Riccardo Calafiori arriving from Bologna, the need for Kiwior in the squad has diminished, as the two players share similar skill sets. This could lead to Kiwior being sold. According to the latest from Polish outlet Metziki, there's more to this developing situation. The report suggests that a decision regarding Kiwior's future will be made after Arsenal returns from their preseason tour in the USA. While Kiwior could choose to stay and compete for his spot in the team, considering the current squad depth, a transfer might be the best outcome for everyone involved. There's reportedly a lot of interest in Kiwior this summer. Bologna even tried to include him in the deal for Calafiori, but he wasn't interested. Kiwior has his eyes set on bigger clubs, with Italian giants Juventus, Inter Milan, and even Conte's Napoli reportedly inquiring about him. The report concludes that if Arsenal decides to let Kiwior go, the move could happen swiftly. Arsenal brought in Kiwior from Spezia for an initial £17.5 million, with an additional £3.5 million in add-ons back in January 2023. While Kiwior hasn't been a poor player for the Gunners, his future at Arsenal looks uncertain after the arrival of Calafiori. Given the current situation, a transfer away from the Emirates seems increasingly likely. Reports suggest that Arsenal has set a £25 million price tag for Kiwior this summer. Whether one of the interested Italian clubs will be ready to meet that price remains to be seen. A loan deal with an obligation to buy in 2025 might be a more practical solution at this point. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.